the chairman, the noble Sacco, and the board, the noble Sacco, county director, cooperatives, all the stakeholders here present, the delegates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Once more, may I express my excitement to be here today. 5th day of March will go down my history as a remarkable day. One, this is my first time in history to have been offered such a honor, such a responsibility. I really feel elevated from these grounds of Eldoret, the land of champions. So, in another way, I feel that have been christened to be a champion as well. Thank you very much. The next thing I would want to note is that I come from the other side of the country, in the mountain. Embu belongs, or is domiciled in the so-called Mount Kenya region. And the Mount Kenya region, the cooperative movement is really entrenched. Embu as a county, something I've noted, has been identified with the cooperative for as long as Kenya has been in its existence. Since I would remember, Honorable Jeremiah Nyaga at one point was a minister of cooperative during Kenyatta era. In Moi era, Honorable Kamuthi Munyi, who was my MP then and my neighbor to whom, became the minister for cooperatives. In Kibaki era, Honorable Jero Duiga, in his first term, became the minister for cooperatives. In Kibaki era, second term, Honorable Joe Nyaga, son of Jeremiah Nyaga, became the minister for cooperatives. In Uhuru era, I became the chairman. So looking through that journey, then I can authoritatively say Embu in the country of Kenya has been identified as one of cooperative powerhouses. When I was invited for this meeting, a lot of things crossed my mind. My diary was quite crowded, and again, being the first, a voice was telling me to decline. But then something else crossed my mind. I asked myself, have been invited in the land of champions. And somehow in the air, the wind is changing direction. From the mountain, the wind is now almost changing direction, and sooner or later, the wind might be settled around the land of champions. So I found an opportunity to trace my way and mark my area when that time comes, so that I also will be counted as one of us. So indeed, I thank the Noble Sacco in a special way, and the entire fraternity here for this opportunity. Asanteni sana. This is your 42nd AGM gathering. Winner Sacco and the Noble Sacco, we really play in the same space. Only that in Winner Sacco, we operate the AGM system. On 29th of January, I had a gathering going to 6,700 gathering. A gathering equal to the Deputy President's gatherings in an area, addressing them in an AGM. Here I find a group of delegates who are easy to communicate with because of the distances we are. And when the chairman was going through the report, I could see everybody was grouped there into the report. In an AGM, time like that, there will be people greeting one another out there, others exchanging some things, and a lot of activities within the same activity. So it makes a play within a play. Here, I want to thank you for adapting this system, because I believe by the end of the day, you have deliberated very constructively for the good of this and growth of this Sacco. Through the chairman's report, I've heard the performance of this Sacco. And in percentages, you have posted a double digit in all the areas reported. Double digit, and our financial partners here, Cooperative Bank and any other bank around, would really tell us that posting a double digit in this time is really a lot of effort made. And so I want to thank the membership of the Noble and the delegates, together with their board, on the direction that you have been putting them through. However, in this business, a few things come into play, and especially on business expansion. It reached a point where initially you are called Warren Teacher Sacco. Warren Teacher Sacco. But it reached a point that you had to depart from that and rebrand yourself as the Noble Sacco, so that you can attract other players outside the teacher fraternity, so that we can sustain our business and also ensure growth and expansion of our business. For as teachers, we easily get to a point of saturation. When you are given a development loan here, a school fees loan here, and another maybe emergency loan, the payslip is really given a beating. So we have to look for a way of how we'll be able to expand our business. This journey then has to be deliberate and structured and really focused. For us to market our Saccos, one of the issues that we must ensure is patronage. That we are all domiciled there and all our interests are put there. You are farmers here, dairy farmers, maize farmers, wheat, and any other crop that you do here. After all, this is the food basket of Kenya. Whatever business that you do, I beg and urge on you to to channel your payments through the Noble Sacco. I know huko kwetu tunasema never put all the eggs in one basket. Do you see the same here? All the eggs in the same basket. You don't put all your eggs in one basket, because zikigongana zinaweza vunjika, ni kweli? But then I also ask myself, do we have the Wahindi community here? Tuko na Wahindi hapa, including an MP. Si kweli? And I ask myself, have we keenly observed on the behavior of Wahindi? They buy a plot, build the business of premises, ground floor, and their home upstairs. They take their children to schools, and the best of the schools for that matter. Not only in Kenya, but mainly they are very fond of breeding. Equally, and US. And when those children of theirs come back, where do they go? They get into their business. And what they normally do is Wahidi exposes all the resources hapo nyumbani. Akiwa ni peremende zimewekwa pahali kwa nyumba. Anything that one wants. Kwa hivyo mtoto akitaka kitu hana haja ya kwenda pale nje kwa neighbor sababu it is in the house. And the child is grown believing that the business hii ni yao for providing them for their needs. They do not have shambas. They don't do any other. They measure on one line of business. Si ni kweli? Do we live better than them? Hello, tunakaa vizuri kuliko wao. Kwa sababu yetu mayai tumeweka kwa viondo vingi. Are we safer than them? Ile nyanya mzuri ukilima unachagua ile mzuri ambayo haijaingiwa na dudu ama chochote, unamwekea, unampelekea. Wewe unatafuta ile ambayo imedungwa na dudu, imepatwa na ugonjwa pale hii nini, unakata kwa kisu hivi, hiyo ndio unapika. Na ndiye mwenye kulima. Ni kweli urongo? Yale mayai mazuri, imeshika rangi vizuri, haijagongwa kidogo, hata haina uchafu, unachagua, unawapelekea. Ile ambayo ni gongo ikavunjika hivi na hivi, iko na uchafu hapa na pale, iko na deformity na hii, hiyo ndio tunapika. So then I ask myself, does that philosophy still hold that don't put your eggs in one basket? And when I look at them, wanachukua hata kuoa. Hello? Wanaoa wapi? Hapo. Within themselves, hapo kwa nyumba hizo. Ndio kweli. And they still live better than us. We have got to an extent, we have now even given them our birthright. Kases, teneto kases. Sindio? Sinimashara. Now, tumefika hapo. So, then, using that analogy, then I am qualified to say this. Can we also put all our eggs in one basket as the normal Sacco? Pesa yetu ya maziwa weka hapo, ya kuku weka hapo, ya has weka hapo, ya mahindi weka hapo, ya ngano weka hapo, ya ualimu weka hapo, ya kanduka ile umeweka hapo, weka hapo. Eventually you make the normal Sacco a financial powerhouse such that the normal Sacco has an opportunity now to grow and expand horizontally, build branches all over the county and outside the county, such that when that wind blows here, the normal Sacco ndio tutakuwa tunamwambia tutetee hii pesa ya huku mashinani hii ya mama mboga hii ya vinyozi ya mkokoteni na kadhalika iwekwe through our Saccos, because we have enough networks to reach out to those people, true or false? I think it is a challenge to the noble, and if we don't gain on this, we shall blame noble for the rest of the life. Chairman, your delegates wamekubali. Delegates mmekubali hiyo? Ano delegates, sisi tumekubaliana hivyo. Hata naona mikono huko inaonyesha tunakubaliana hivyo. So ninyi panukeni, mtuweke kwa mambo vizuri ili tutakapokuwa tunateremka hapa tukiteremka hivi tutaweza tukajitetea vizuri, si ndio? And we also have played a role in shaping the financial participation of our Saccos. So, for that to happen, you must also be a terrible and ruthless marketer. You market the noble Sacco with zeal and vigor to ensure that everybody within your village joins the noble Sacco. This work cannot be left to the marketing department, cannot be left to the board, cannot be left to the delegate, can only be left to any member. And this one is a gospel that we must spread onto them for that to happen. Expansion, branch expansion. We are talking in a very easy way to expand. But branch expansions have lain down some of our circles, which were giant circles, are now onto their knees. Reasons: when you expand without doing enough visibility standing to ensure that that branch will be sustained, will be able to stand on its own, will not be eating from the mother branch, but will be able over a short time break even and stand on its own and start posting returns to the mother Sacco. So again, visibility study and a lot of due diligence is required in that space to ensure also our growth and expansion is controlled. We have a regulator known as Sacco Society Regulator Authority. When he came at around year 2010, he was a minister in our midst. In our midst, we found him to be a minister. However, over time, we came to realize that this Sasra meant good to us. One, has brought a lot of sanity on our operations. For there are those prudential ratios that we have to meet and make reports every month. By the 15th of the month, this report has to be with the CEO, Mr. Jogona Nairobi. Those standards ensure that the Sacco is well pegged. I've heard the chairman proudly say, for the last 4 or so years, you have not been able, or rather, you have not found any need to have an external borrowing. What has caused this is that the reserves that we do make as a mandatory requirement are met. Once they are met, then the Sacco becomes stable. And it is able to reserve its enough monies to lend out there to whoever is borrowing. That way, you lend cheap money, because it is money which nobody expects return from. After all, it has come from the reserve. And that is how you find that, despite the fact that all our loans are around an average of 12% per year, the chairman can declare an 11% return to your investment. Even only 1%, my friends, cannot be able to run all the activities and expansions and all that administrative governance, the other statutory requirements being done at 1%. It is because this money has not been raised from an expensive source. So you do not have much costs due to the reserves that you have made. I encourage that you do not only meet the minimum. In winners, do not meet the minimum. We go beyond the minimum in many folds. And we have also proudly saying, as we do, that we don't require any external borrowing. We borrow from within ourselves. That way, we will ensure our circles, even at different times, like the COVID time, when our PAR portfolio at least went very high, because of especially those lendings we had done outside the mainstream teacher source. They could not afford to pay through their businesses. As a result, the PAR went very high. But still, the circles surmounted that challenge and came out still strong and posting good returns to its members. We must realize it is out of these returns that made us do not feel the impact and the effect of the COVID-19 full bloom. The chairman has mentioned something about shared services and the central fund as a cushion to Sacco's over time. Fortunately, God speaks to man, and God spoke to teachers Sacco, the Saccos that were initially teachers Sacco per se, and we came together, formed an association known as Kenya Teachers Saccos Association. Purpose of coming together was that we have common problems. Largely, our operations are financed from Teachers Service Commission. And so we found that as one voice, we would be able to address Kenya Teachers Service Commission as an association, as a country. And the concerns that we'll be raising will be listened to better than when the number picks Eldoret Express from here goes to Upper Hill, Nairobi. Even the appointment will be a problem. But when we make an appointment as Kenya Teachers Sacco Association, it is a voice that is heard. Today, I am sure that from 25th, the teachers expect the phones to shake with a message that salary credited. This has been achieved through our being together, through talking as a voice. Nowadays, we have no war with the Teacher Service Commission in form of remittances. What they have deducted on our behalf in form of shares, in form of loan repayment, in form of interest, is limited on time because we talk in one voice. The SASRA, even when they are setting their rules, has to call the Kenya Teachers Sacco Association as a voice to give their input. Some of what the madam here has pointed in the bill which is about to come have been shaped by the participation of Kenya Teachers Sacco Association as a voice because we did a memoranda as a decision. And out of that, we are able also to shape the country, the way the country looks at the Sacco movement and at the cooperative movement at large. As such, I want to thank you. I want to thank you, the Noble Sacco, from the onset, when you learned that there is this association coming up, we are quick to join, and out of that, we have been able to walk this journey together. On the 18th of June last year, we held our elections, where I was elected as the chair Kenya Teachers Sacco Association. Lakini mweka hazina Yatani, Yatani, ako hapa. David Rono is the National Treasurer, Kenya Teachers Sacco Association. We have given that honor because of the respect we have to this, the Noble Sacco. And after some time, the seat may shift from there, you find it this other end, because we also want to distribute our leadership around. The vice chair comes from IG Sacco. Kennedy Care, the chair IG Sacco, is the vice chair in the Kenya Teachers Sacco Association. We also have the honorary secretary who comes from Nyandarua, the Tower Sacco. That is the former Central. I come from the former Eastern. He comes from Rift Valley. Care represents Western and Nyanza. So, and the rest of the board members are distributed across from coast, from all the other areas that have not been mentioned here. So, Kenya Teacher Sacco Association has taken the shape of Kenya, and we want to occupy that space. And we want to thank you for the support, and actually, we will get ourselves far. Through it, through Kenya Teacher Sacco Association, we have a central fund. That central fund was part of addressing the issue of the fund being created by SASRA. So when we talk with them, they are also recognizing that Kenya Teachers Association is already ahead in that, and so they are running largely from our model. So again, we feel proud that we will shape this space. The monies, we have always said that we will save within our circles, because when you put your money there in our circles, we are also in a way saying that our circles are going to be sorted on liquidity in that space. So there is a lot of synergies being developed within the Kenya Teacher Sacco Association that will really make our leaderships do quite well. Lastly, Mr. Chairman, I cannot leave this space being a champion having not tasted musk. Champions are met with musk. So, being a champion, I must be, I cannot leave this place without the musk. May I say, my friend, the Noble Sacco, thank you so much for this honor, and I really wish you tremendous growth. I can see you are at the 2.something billion. I pray that next year you'll be hitting 5, so that you join Tier 1. Slightly ahead of you in Tier 1 because of the interventions that we have made, and we are happy with what is happening in our movement. Madam, you can see plenty that the movement is moving well, and especially the former teacher circles, you can be sure that those are financial powerhouses because we all adhere to the prudential standards. Thank you so much. Na muwe na wakati mwema, na muwe na mwaka mwema wa biashara, and let your business grow double digits, but iwe inaanza na 2 kwenda mbele. Sio 1 i grow sasa na 2 kwenda mbele. Otherwise, thank you so much. And asanteni.